Welcome back, Buff Nation, to another video. While you were laying your head down to sleep, it probably was already nestled in your bed and into your pillow very heavily with gumdrops floating around you, sheep as you're counting sheep, because you're already knocked out. You're going to bed, but Coach Prime, he's never sleeping. Because at 1 o'clock in the morning, I thought, should I get up, make another video? But I was like, no, I'm laying my head down to rest. Coach Prime landed himself a linebacker at a FAU, Jalen Wester. We're going to talk all about it, ladies and gentlemen, what he is going to bring. It's a little bit of you're going to be impressed. You're going to be impressed. Also, what is to come, and some other things we're going to talk about as well. Play my theme music, baby. Let's get it.
I flushed my juice down in the club.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good evening, guys. Good afternoon. We're going to be talking all things Jalen Wester today, what he is going to bring to the table, why I think he's being brought on, and again, surprising stuff when you take a look at his PFF scores. Size isn't there, but the guy's impressive. And I got my thoughts on how I think Coach Prime plans to utilize him. Then, some futuristic things. What's going to happen? We got people tweeting out some Buffaloes. We've got some top sevens we're going to discuss. It's going to be great things. And then Coach Prime and Jordan Seaton hanging out at the Buffalo game as the Buffs took down USC and old Bronny James just the other day. So congrats to the Buffs basketball team. But first order of business, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about linebacker Jalen Wester here at a FAU. I like this kid a lot. So you take a look at him. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds. He had 33 solo tackles last year with 1 sack and 1 forced fumble. The year prior, he also had 33 solo tackles. He is a sophomore. So played first year and his second year at FAU. Some things that concern me are his size. 6 foot, 200. Your average linebacker in a Power 5 conference is about 6'2", 220, 230. When I'm watching him, when I'm watching this film, this highlight film, my man can hit. My man is not afraid to wrap up and put somebody down. But what he gives me more of a vibe of is more of like a free safety. Major right vibes, very much so. Also maybe a little cornerback, just because sheer size. When I'm looking at him, doesn't give you that typical linebacker size. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Prime implements him into his system. Will he throw him in there as middle linebacker / outside linebacker and just let him do work? Because when you actually take a step back, now again, this is against FAU or at FAU, so competition is nowhere near what it's going to be in the Big 12. But that doesn't matter because Jalen Wester's brother, right, LeJohntay Wester, who was the 32nd best wide receiver, who we talked about just a few days ago, who I was extremely hyped about, which could be maybe a little bit of a package deal, but I'm not mad about it. Take a look at this young man's PFF score. It kind of punches you in the mouth a little bit, all right? Again, his brother, we looked at him, ranked 32nd overall. His run defensive grade, ladies and gentlemen, a 94.2. You know where that puts him as a linebacker? Number 1. So maybe I misspoke. Maybe I'm overreaching. Again, competition, not the same level. But son, the number 1 linebacker out of 807 linebackers in run defensive grade, and then overall, 84.5, ranking him 26. We got a little brotherly love here, a little brotherly power. Coach Prime's deep into the bag, out here just recruiting all over the place. His pass rush grade, 62.5, a little lower, and the coverage grade, 68.0. But sophomore has some time to put some pounds on, get a little bit thicker. Maybe he'll be that little kind of wheezing in and out, knocking somebody out. We're just looking at his film. He's not afraid to hit somebody. He's not afraid to punch you in the mouth. So, look, we'll see how it plays out. Again, watching him play, just kind of comparably to everybody else. Again, maybe I'm wrong here, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, man, who does he remind me of? Boom, major right. Kind of stocky, right? Smaller than everybody else. It's got hands, but not afraid to absolutely level you and put you 6 feet under. And sometimes, size is just a physical feature. But what's up here? Hey, if inside here you're 6'4", 250. Hey, sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that is all you need. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this pickup here. Again, a great addition to the staff. Now, where are things headed? Right, we got a few spots left on the scholarship. We know there's some Alabama and Washington recruits just flooding into the portal. I expect things to be a little bit hotter in the second portal season, which is in May, more than last year. I really do, but we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. So let's take a look. Tweets, things are flying all over the place. You can see we got a tweet here from one of the recruiting from the Buffalo. 2 buffs in a lock. Not quite sure exactly what it's referring to. And just for those of you that don't know, Alexis Ellis, I believe is how it's pronounced, she is the on-campus recruiting assistant. So she's involved with all things recruiting. So this could be more so for the future, right? Not necessarily the transfer portal. And the reason why I also have this quarterback here, and TJ Lateef, I believe, top 7 was announced. Right now, Arizona is leading the way out of California. Coach Prime has done some digging into California when it's needed to be. But I like Coach Prime able to steal one here. I know obviously there's other quarterbacks they're looking at for 2025. This is just one of those options. But 2 Buffs is a lock. I don't know if that means they've got 2 Buffaloes locked in, dialed in, and we should be getting one in a couple of days from now. I don't know if this means 2 locks in the sense that it's the brothers that they just got committed. It all happened within. It happened this morning. This tweet was this morning. Obviously, the news broke earlier today. Again, I don't know if she's associated with the transfer portal and recruiting. I don't know how they run that situation there. But something to keep in mind, something to keep your eyes peeled, keep the bell turned on in case something does drop. We will be ready on this show for whatever happens. And we'll see what TJ Lateef, when he decides to commit. And when he does commit, again, staying at 6'2", 185, 228 player in the country. And he is ranked 17th overall for quarterbacks. So I know Coach Prime has got themselves kind of dialed in for a couple of quarterbacks. So this isn't going to be all hands on deck on this one. So we'll see. Looks like Arizona is leading the way. And I could see Arizona pulling that one off with Jeff Fish over there. So again, exciting stuff on the recruiting trail things. And then last, but just a little tidbit there. The Buffalo played USC at the basketball game. And there was a clip of Coach Prime and Jordan Seaton hanging out. Here's why I like this. The reason why I'm showing this, because again, there's always a lot of question marks on whether or not Coach Prime is dialed in and wants to be a part of this thing for a very long time. Obviously, this here tells me look, he is committing into the future. You're hanging out, you're grooming, you're nurturing, you're speaking with your number 1 overall recruit. This is my guy. This is the guy that's going to bring us to the next level, right? This is the guy that I'm going to be passing the torch off to. He's the guy leading the way. Because Jordan Travis, your Sanders, both of your sons, they're going to be moving on. This is going to be the guy that kind of, again, you're passing that torch off to. Now, we'd love to see them go and pluck a few more linemen to go along with this. But there was also, I think they had a couple of the offensive linemen there. A lot of the guys flew in this past weekend and are getting ready for that strength and conditioning coach. It's about to start here. I think about next week is when the school semester starts. So when that starts, those guys are locked in and they get passed over to the strength and conditioning coach. And Coach Prime takes a step back and is able to go out there and continue to recruit because the coach obviously is not connected and are allowed to speak with him during those times in the sense of a football management. So we will see. Things are heating up here though, boys and girls. Again, we've got a few days left until it closes in the sense where guys have to commit. I don't know how this is going to affect the Washington team and the Alabama team. They've got an additional 30 days. They may get a little bit of a leeway. They may not have to make a decision as quickly due to the fact of the situation that happened because their coaches left them, which then gives them an additional 30 days. That stuff I don't know. A lot of this stuff is new, and this kind of madness and mayhem didn't happen like it is happening now. Also to keep in mind, Washington has not fulfilled their head coaching role. So could they steal a coach from another school, which would then open up another 30 days of transfer portal active? It's nuts. It's fun. We love it here. I hope you guys are enjoying all the content. If you are, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe on the way to 8,000. Let me know down in the comments. How we feeling? How we feeling thus far with the transfer portal? Do we feel like we're going to get a few commits? Any big transfer portal options going to happen? Isaiah Bond, wide receiver, just committed to Texas from Alabama, so that was off the table. I know some people were asking about that. That is no more, as he has committed. So I will see y'all in the next one. Happy Sunday to all of you. Be good. Sleep tight tonight. You might wake up to some more information in the morning. I'll see you guys. Peace.